Welcome to the DJ Insider Podcast, sponsored by Amplified Events.
It's the only podcast where we break down insider information from our weddings, experience, and advice from over 15 years in the wedding industry.
We're your hosts. I'm Mike Kane, owner of Amplified Events.
And I'm Joe Obamani, the general manager of Amplified Events.
Let's get into it.
Welcome back to today's show. Today, we're diving into the business of the big day. Most people see a wedding DJ and think it's just one person, two speakers, and a laptop. But our guest today has turned that into a high-octane machine. He's a drummer, a diehard Packers fan, and the manager of Luxe Productions. He doesn't just play the music. He's usually in the middle of the dance floor headbanging with the guests. Please welcome to the podcast, Spencer Christoffel.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Spencer. So glad to have you on. So we met at Midwest DJs Live last weekend. 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
It was last week.
Was that last week? Oh, time's run together, man.
Dude, especially when there's like so many like events and stuff that are going on, it feels like it was like 2 weeks ago. Like I had the exact same thing where I did 3 events after Midwest DJs up until now, and it feels like it was that long ago. But yeah.
I had a wedding like the day before, did the whole Midwest DJs Live, and then it's just been a blur ever since. So, but thank you so much for being on the podcast. I remember meeting you at one of the breakaway groups. I think it was on like hiring, training DJs.
Yeah, that was you, me, and Joe with Arrested.
Yes,
right?
Yes, Joe.
Yeah. So we were there. So we were doing a mini mentor pods group, which is one of the services that Matt Radicelli offers for DJs. And we have 2 people in our company who have both taken the course, and I think it has really benefited us. So shout out Matt and Mentor Pods. We have one guy who's currently in it right now, and a guy who did it a couple of years ago. But anyway, we met during that. And the topic was hiring and onboarding, I believe, or hiring and like retaining like new employees, really focusing on that. And so for the meeting, we just sat with 10 other DJs and just talked about what are some struggles and roadblocks that we see when we're trying to find new talent and we're trying to add people to our team. What roadblocks are we seeing, and just seeing if there's like, if we can kind of connect with each other as far as like, yes, I'm seeing this too, or someone said this was a roadblock for us, so we did this, and this, and kind of just starting spreading some ideas around of how to get past it. And it's one of those where it just shows the significance of being in a Mentor Pods. I'm gonna turn this into a full-on Mentor Pods ad for Matt. But that was where we met. No, it was great, and just like immediately we're like, hey, let's just keep talking. And then at one of the nighttime events, we just ended up hanging out outside for, I don't know, a good like 40 minutes with you, me, and Joe, just all talking just about the industry and about our events and like how we approach them and whatnot. And it's a great networking opportunity going into Midwest. So shout out Midwest DJs Live as well.
Yes. So tell me more about Luxe Productions. It's a multi-op, as far as I know, out of Rockford. That's the extent of what I know.
So it's out of Rockford and Chicago. The company Luxe Productions essentially has 2 different divisions. One a bigger production side that takes care of a lot of big expos and conferences. I mean, even currently, we have a team out in Florida and out in California right now that are doing events out there. Then we have an entertainment division as well, which I'm a part of. And then my co-manager, Brent, is also a part of as well. We basically run the day-to-day operations, the sales team, the hiring, training of new talent. So we do a lot outside for the entertainment side, for the DJs and the smaller events.
Nice. So how did you get involved with Luxe?
Sure. Short answer, Brent. He's one of my best friends. He basically, we were living together, and he said he started DJing for another company, and then got recruited by Luxe, and basically moved down there to do it full time. And then he just hit me up one day, and he's like, I know your skill set, I know your personality, and I know your work ethic. He's like, I think you would do great at this. Like, just come by, just shadow an event one day. If it's not for you, no worries. But if it is, I think you could do really well. And here I am 8 years later, full time on their team for it. So that's kind of what got me. It was basically him that got me into it. So big shout out to Brent. I think he was just right, where he's just like, he just knew what I excelled at. He knew that I went to school for audio. So I had some pertaining knowledge in order to like, how do I hook up a speaker? Like I knew how to do that pretty easily. I left my full-time job in 2022 to come on Deluxe full time. It's been great.
Dude, heck yeah, let's go. And you're a drummer as well. You play in a band right now, or you play live events, or
Yeah, playing a band right now. The band is called Be the Young. We actually just dropped our first EP in 10 years this past Friday, April 17th, called Horizons of Gold. Uh, yeah, I play music too, and like it's one of those where I can't remember what the new term is for midlife crisis, but it's like midlife rebirth or whatever. But I mean, growing up, I listened to pop punk bands, listened to metal bands, and I always wanted to be in a band. And we're in a bunch basically from the start of middle school on. This band that I came on to was about 2 years ago. We've done a couple of shows. We have a couple more shows that are coming up, but I really live for the stage. Like I really really enjoy performing, and I think that translates very easily over into the wedding DJ side of it as well.
mm,
Being a musician, understanding music, choruses, verses, word plays, how to do all that stuff too. That just came from my years of being in music and playing and playing music and performing music for people. Now I just perform other people's music for a job. But yeah, so I still play in a band. We played Summerfest last year. That was one of our coolest shows that we ever did. But still doing the bar gigs, still getting around town. So I really do enjoy it.
oh, that's awesome. Was that your first year at Midwest, or have you been before?
Yeah, that was I want to say, I think that was my third year at
Third year.
Midwest. So I had an idea kind of getting into it, but it's also a great opportunity for when we have newer DJs that are like starting to like actually care and get into the business and like the industry, and just bringing them to like, listen, like you're gonna feel overwhelmed but inspired at the same time, because you're just not gonna know what is possible being a DJ. I remember we were having dinner the first night of Midwest, and so we're waiting for Jordan to come join us. And he's like, "Yeah," he's like, I'm gonna bring a plus one." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he brings Digital Dave to dinner with us, and like I get a little like, "Oh, dude, like this guy's like big in our industry. Heck yeah." None of the other guys like knew who he was. They're asking him like very basic questions, but he's like, "Yeah, I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers DJ. I'm this and that." I'm like, "Yeah, like this guy like knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about." So I think just like the access to people, who really want to help see the industry evolve and elevate it, and just being available and being around for it, was like it still hits me like every time I go. It still hits me in the same way that like a newer person that would come on, it would hit them of like, I just met, like I remember one of the guys, he is a big Dave Gordon fan. Like he knew Dave Gordon before Dave Gordon won the
That
spinoff.
was
And so
insane.
he was, yeah. So he's just like, wait, he's here? And like he just went up and said hi to him and just said, "Yeah, like very nice to meet you." It's so great, like getting into like spaces like that where just everyone just wants to help everybody else out. And as long as you're like cool and respectful, like everyone just wants to be there for everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I was my friend Eric Jager. He's on the board. He helps recruit sponsors for the event. He's been going for years. Big fan of the conference, and he's been inviting me every year, and I've turned him down for like the last 6 years. And so this year, I'm like, okay, I'll go. I shared a room with Joe Christian from Rested Sounds. I had an absolute blast. I couldn't believe it. I was like, all of my favorite DJs from like Instagram, TikTok, they're all there. And I literally was like fanboying all of them, bothering. I'm like, you're Jack Christian. He's like, I am. And it was blown away. It was such a cool conference to be a part of. I learned a ton. I was blown away at just how approachable everybody was, how much great content there was, and just how much there was to like take away and kind of download. Um, and I remember they had that last kind of little thing where they like, "What's your win?" And I remember you stood up and said something really poignant, and it really brought the kind of whole room together. Do you remember what you said?
I remember just like basically saying that, like, we've got a lot of great seminars, we have a lot of great speakers, we have a lot of just great DJs overall that are here to help out, but also we've got this entire room as a support network. We've got this entire room, and I remember like everyone was like facing the stage, and I just turned around and just started looking at everybody of like, you have met somebody here who is willing to help you, whether they're on the stage or not. Like we have an entire support group that we can rely on, that we can reach out to at any point. If you've met them, that like they want to help, they want to they want to help and they want to learn, because you can do both in the same way. So just like not forgetting that people that you helped with and talked with today do want to be there to help you exceed, to help you excel, to help you grow. And that's how we're talking right now. Like literally, this is the result of that, because we met and said, let's keep talking, let's keep the conversation open, and just being not competitors, but almost collaborators, and just, okay, like what can I learn from you? How do you run things on your side? Where do you see that I could need help in? But just that was basically it, of just like not only relying on like the people who were on stage, but just everyone else also has phenomenal ideas, and all you have to do is just say, hey man, like want to hang out, or like, hey, like your set was awesome, like do you have any recommendations on like where you found music, and blah blah blah, blah. I don't know. I think it was that. It was just like not only focusing on who was brought, but just also who was attending, and how we can still all be learning from each other.
Yeah, no, I was blown away, and the whole room applauded like it was a big moment. And you
I
nailed it
know.
right on the head.
I was so pumped. I was like, yes, all right, cool, like motivational. Let's go.
Definitely nailed it right on the head. As your role as a manager, I imagine you wear a lot of hats. What are kind of your main kind of roles, responsibilities in that role as a manager at Luxe Productions?
Sure. As a manager, all of the customer service side, I essentially like glorified receptionist, answering phone calls, a lot of spam calls, but a lot of phone calls, emails, and then that turns into sales as well, sales consulting, reaching out to couples, following up with couples after ghost lead, um, connecting with couples, recommending them on like which DJ would be best for them, doing those sales side of things. On the HR side, looking for new talent, looking for new ways to promote the business to possible new talent, new employees that are coming on. Marketing, doing a lot of social media and like networking events as well. We work with a company up in Madison called the Wedding Industry Network. They have a couple different locations, but they have a Madison group that I'm very familiar with. So the day after Midwest DJs, I went and hosted their spring gala, raffle prizes, networking, blah blah blah. So marketing on the side of that is too, on the side of that as well. Training, getting like new hires up to date on either what are the latest trends, or just how to use Serato properly, or even like, hey, do you know you can create a Spark folder that you can search by genre and just have it as your like house genre, and it'll always update itself. Like I literally taught that to one of our DJs last week, and he had no idea. He's like, oh, he's like, that's awesome. Like, dude, like there's a whole lot that you can do to kind of help organize yourself in that. So making sure that they're up to date, making sure they know how to set up ceremony equipment, how to troubleshoot stuff, teaching them on lighting. When they get up to like the Luxe side, they will be troubleshooting their own wireless DMX, which can be a lot to handle if you don't know wireless DMX. So make sure they're on that. Talking with other trainers and other DJs on like how to MC and holding classes and stuff for them. Trying to think, what else do I do? I feel like there's more. The other thing I can think of right off the top of my head, but it's a lot. So we're basically running the entire entertainment division over here.
What are some of your favorite things about doing that job? I mean, it sounds like you're doing a lot of stuff. What are some of your favorite things that you get to do?
I'd say my favorite thing that I get to do is literally doing sales calls and connecting with clients. I bartended and waited tables for 7 years, so I love that like one-on-one interaction that I would get with couples, and even just like people who just come to the bar, and I would just talk shop with them, or just whatever for, like when they're getting lunch or dinner or whatever. I loved that. So I really do enjoy connecting with the couples, and just being being almost a friend of just like, hey, like here's how we do our things, here's our booking process, here's how everything goes. Like we're not trying to like sell you on us, we're just trying to have a conversation, and through the conversation we get the sale, because we're not like, I don't know, we have a very like passive sales like technique.
Yeah.
Where even at like wedding expos, like we just have fun mixing and just having fun with the music, and people will come up to us because they're like, you guys are having so much fun. Like, can we get your card? It's like, yeah, totally. Like, we're not out like, hey, hey there, you just made eye contact with me for 2 seconds. Do you need a DJ? Like, we're
Corner them. Yeah.
uh, yeah. So I think for my favorite thing, yeah, it's connecting with people and just like reassuring them that like we are a company. We are a company. We take this very seriously. We're very organized. But when it comes to your day, we are very professional, and we're gonna throw a really good party for you.
Yes, yes. We have that kind of same approach, especially at wedding expos, where it's like we're here to help you purchase. If that makes sense, it's a good fit for you guys. Like with what we do, like this is what we want. We want you to have an amazing event, even if it's not with us. But we definitely don't go heavy pressure on the sales. There's no crazy tactics. It's literally here right away. We send the information. Let's get together. Let's talk about your wedding, and the whole conversation on the front end is just about how do we get to know you? What are you looking for? What do you want? And here's what we do. And does this make sense? And let's keep talking. And then the sale naturally happens. It's not like a high pressure force kind of thing. When you're looking, before I get into that, what do you find is like one of the most challenging parts of doing what you do?
Most challenging, and I think that's why I was sitting at the round table, is the hiring and bringing on of new talent.
Yeah.
Because it's you gotta find the right people who will represent the brand correctly. And I think that was a main pain point in what a lot of the other DJs were saying they were finding roadblocks with too. I remember like we had, and we're averaging about a like 40% like retention as far as like bringing like a group of new people on. Like we bring 5 people on for like follows, assistants, whatever, just to get them acclimated to how we do stuff. And 2 of them will stay. So, or they want to keep continuing. So it's like, and like it'll either be by like their own choice or by our choice of just like, hey, we don't think that you're a good fit for us for this brand or whatnot. But that was also when we were solely looking for only DJs to come on. And now that we're starting to expand the roles a little bit and the amount of people within each role, we're starting to understand that there's a benefit to having someone that just is coming on and just wants to be an assistant. They don't really care too much about DJing. They don't like want to like turn into a career. They just want to be there just to get either, experience in the industry if they're like in school, going to school for live event production or audio or video or lighting, whatever. That we can now say, yeah, like, we don't have to invest the amount of time that we would normally invest into training you up in order to get you to this level. 'Cause we've had that happen where we have brought someone on for an entire year, trained them up, gave them their first wedding, and they go and do it and are like, yeah, how like how'd you like it? How'd everything go? And they're like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's like,
Not for
okay,
me.
yeah. Which again, like that is totally fine. I'm happy that they said, yeah, this might not be for me.
Yeah.
But it's finding the right people and training them up to it where it's like we hope we don't want to be, I don't want to say wasting time, because I feel like connecting with anybody, you're not really gonna be wasting anyone like wasting time.
Yeah.
But it's time that could have been put into someone else or elsewhere or whatever. I think you had a point on your last podcast talking about hiring slow and firing fast.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So we're trying to take that approach as well of just developing KPIs that once they come on and they start getting more involved, like how do we put those benchmarks together of thinking, okay, so you know how to press play on the mixer. Great. Do you know how to beat match? And like that's like the next step and getting them up to it. So we can like verify that they have some sort of like review on paper to go over all of the important things that we think are absolutely necessary in order to start like taking on your own events as your own DJ. So I think the finding the right people is going to be the most difficult, but we're also starting to explore a lot more other avenues of like going to local colleges and just like, hey, do you want a fun intern? Do you want a fun summer job for, just coming on Saturdays, helping us lift subwoofers and whatnot? Like I think we pay pretty well in order to do it for like the assistant gig, because you're essentially like on for setting up and then you're on for loading out, and then other time you're just there just dancing. Like,
Yeah, floating.
So yeah. So yeah, I would say the hiring, because we do take a lot. Like we have a couple like of stats before they even get onto their first event with us. And yeah, so I think that's the most difficult, because we want to grow as a company, because we obviously want to
Yeah,
make more money and take more events, but it has to be the right people. And I'm very happy that we have an owner who will he will not, I want to say sacrifice the income, because also he's probably going to see this. I don't want to like talk
qualify
for him
that.
too much. Yeah, but like he will put people before profit,
Mm,
essentially. So if they're the right person, great. We want to spend the time to invest in them. If they're not the right person, even if they bring us in a better profit, if they're not the right person, they're like, this is just not our brand. This is not our style. So
yes, yeah. I always get real curious about, is this person? Can I develop this person or not? Um, and a lot of times the answer is no, and or they're not. Lately, I've been focused on, are they a good fit for the culture we've built? Do they kind of match our core values? Are they in alignment with what we're trying to do here? Or are they just pretty good at mixing? That's a very different
yeah.
style. You can have both. But I am really looking for, when I'm filtering out potential hires, I'm like, are they going to be on brand? When they're going out and doing a wedding, is it going to be like when I'm there? Like, it's not exactly the same, of course. It's different. Their own version of that. They're going to be mixing different songs. They're going to be emceeing a little differently. They're going to be doing a lot of things differently. But is the overall client experience very same across the board, where I have full confidence that they're going to have just a fantastic time with this DJ as they would with another DJ or with myself? And so I'm really looking for those kind of like early on green flags, red flags, like, no, this is not going to work. Do you guys have something like that? And kind of follow up to that is, what are you looking for initially when you're looking to hire someone? Is there stuff that you're like, I want XYZ, these kind of things? Yes, yes, yes. And what are the things like, I don't think that's going to work?
Yeah, it's funny because even I have a call with someone tomorrow night, because they said they were interested in DJing. So like, great, let's hop in a call and let's like talk that through. And I think we're getting in a better rhythm of being more direct with our questioning, of just like, do you want to like get into this in like the live event space and get paid to do it and start doing this? Or are you just like, oh, DJ is kind of cool, I just want to check it out? Because those are two totally different conversations.
Yes.
Where it's like, if you think it's cool and if you want to get paid for it, we can bring you on as assistant. You can start learning from there. You kind of get like pseudo like paid training essentially to come on and to do this stuff. But if you're just like, oh, I just want to learn how like just how to beat mix stuff. Okay, cool. Well, let's grab a beer, talk, like hang out for half an hour, and then not good luck, but like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like half an hour, I'll show you how to do this. There's a lot of other YouTube videos, but it's like how much time like to really invest in a person. And I think with jobs and with like employment, there's a lot more like very clear like dialogue and conversations that need to be had. Just to like really just feel out the person, where it's just, if we don't think you're a good fit, that's okay. But if we think that you're a good fit, we want you to be hungry. We want you to be motivated. We want you to be open to learning. And kind of like you said, I can't remember if it was yesterday or not, but there's another podcast where it's just like, we can teach someone how to DJ.
Yes.
We can't teach someone on how to be a good human being,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Having common sense, how they make decisions. Yeah.
yes. And then just being pleasant, being professional. Like we can teach you the technical aspects of how to how to mix four songs together. Yes, we can teach you that at some point, but we can't teach you to like help in with the photographer if they're having trouble rounding up the guests that they need for family photos. Like, you have to like be aware that we can tell you, hey, this is something to be aware of, but we can't teach you that you should probably go in and help out just to be a team with the entire like vendors that you're working with. Because that's gonna get you more bookings, because people are gonna say, we love working with you because they are so helpful. They jump in when they're not needed. Like, we hope that you have those morals, but we can't teach you the benefit of why it's there if you don't see it. So
Yeah. Oh, for sure. We have that kind of same. That's exactly literally why we talk about it. Because I'm like, I can't. So many people focus on the technical skill and the, honestly, I think a lot of people are initially attracted to, it would be really cool to be a DJ. I'm like, it is cool to be a DJ. But what's really cool is when is when your couples rave about that experience, and then they recommend all their friends to you. and then you go crush those weddings, and you get to the sense of like you're actually making a difference in people's lives versus like you're being the cool guy behind the decks. Like it's a different approach. It's
Yeah.
a different thing. And I'm a willing to let someone grow and work with us on that, but like I need to know that like I can trust them on a gig. Like, and that's a hard thing to develop. And so we usually have them go through about a year with us before we ever put them on their own. Lots of experience in them in lots of different environments. Do you guys have kind of a training process that you kind of put your guys through? How long does that kind of typically last? I assume there's some standard things and probably other things that are unique to each individual.
Sure. Yeah, it definitely depends on the individual and how technically savvy they are. Like we get some people that literally can program an entire mega church Sunday setup lighting system, and they're like, "Oh, I learned how to be a DJ." It's like, cool, you know how to like do lighting better than me. Awesome. We'll talk. Um, but there's other people who come in, and this is I think more general, is that they'll come in with zero experience. They don't know an XLR cable versus a quarter inch cable. So you kind of start from there. And so for us, right now, the process that we've been executing, we think works out pretty well, is basically a full season that they work with us as follows or assistants. And we have different tiers of like what those expectations are. So as a follow, you're literally just following the DJ. You're learning from them. You're learning how to sync up a wireless mic. You're learning how to do some gain staging stuff, but it's a lot like less like hands-on. But it's at least designed to get you like understanding of the idea of like how we run events and like how we hold ourselves to a certain standard more than other DJs, because I feel like in our industry the bar is just super low. So they need to know like the expectations when they hire a Luxe DJ, like what they're gonna get. So yeah, that's starting off as a follow, and then we move them up to an assistant afterwards. Assistants are like running lights. We have a Wolf mix with our well sticks, so like they're running lights, and for that, it's just make the lights do something. Essentially, like it's does that have to be crazy? Like I know I get into it way more. I like the full production aspect of what everything I do, but like they're running lights, they're setting up and tearing down ceremony. So like they're doing it all on their own. They're wrapping cables. They have to know how to wrap cables properly. They have to know how to wrap cables properly to keep our warehouse manager happy. Um, they are even making announcements sometimes, and just the simple ones of like, "Hey everyone, start grabbing your last drink at the bar. We'll be starting dinner in a couple minutes here. We want to make sure that food comes out to you nice and hot. So again, grab yourself one more." Like we're having them do the announcements just to get over that fear of speaking publicly and just to start. And literally, I give them a script. I'm like, "Here, say this, practice it a couple times, get in the mic, do it." And they're mixing cocktail hour, they're mixing dinner hour. They are putting together Spotify playlists of like, hey, like this is their like, even if they just say, hey, here they wanted a Rat Pack cocktail hour from the 40s and 50s. Put together a Spotify playlist that'll cover at least an hour and a half of it, and I want to see what you come up with. Now it's very easy to do that on Spotify, Apple Music with recommendations, but it's just, are they able to do it, and do they understand how to utilize these software platforms as tools to help them along? So after they get up to assisting, then they take on some of the, I don't want to call them like, they take on some of the easier events that we have. So a lot of like corporate parties where kind of mainly background music, a little bit of dancing here and there. Other like private events, like private parties. We had one guy that he is now starting to take on his own events this year. And he got to DJ this I'm trying to think, it was called the Dreamweavers Ball. It was in Beloit, Wisconsin. Very like fantasy, Game of Thrones, fantasy element vibe. Everyone dressed up. It was crazy. It was awesome. And they held it in this like old church. It's called the Castle, but they just removed all the pews, and it's just like a very gothic like fantasy setting and whatnot. And he DJ'd that, and it was his first ever like event that he went out on, and just crushed it. Like literally, he went to like he went to Book Talk and like looked up all of the authors that were going to be at this event, because they had a little market there too for like selling their books, and we're finding the songs that they were using in their TikTok reels and then using those to play those.
Wow.
Like, dude, just annihilated it. Like everyone like had a good time, and it was his first event he ever did, and the woman said he just was crushed it. And she's like, we have another one coming up in February. Is he available? And I'm like, you should go ask him that, because that's just gonna hit so much harder. Of like, you go in, you annihilate your first event, and they're like, we love you, we gotta have you back, are you available? Like, it's just like such like a big like confidence boost. But it feels like it helps give us a good confidence boost of like, we're not letting them out too early. We're giving them enough to work on and starting to get that customer service mindset going on. And so that way, when they go out there, they're like, I can't believe this is the first event you've ever done.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. And obviously just
I
took the ball and ran with it, went above and beyond. The research was
yeah,
over prepared, ready to go.
yeah. So, and he's also a producer too. So he produces his own remixes. And it's funny because he keeps like, oh, he's like, I gotta tweak the side chain compression of this one, blah blah. I'm like, dude, it sounds great. Like, no one's gonna notice. You should just drop this, because if he starts getting like to that level of where he's just dropping his own remixes and just getting that like recognition, we're gonna have trouble booking him, because he's gonna be at Lost Lands or any other EDM conferences or whatever. But no, I think that was it was a good reminder to us of like not letting him out like too early. Um, of just like, he came and assisted a bunch of weddings. He knew how to set up all the gear and whatnot. And I was basically with him for his first event just to like be there, but also because I had fractured my tibia and I didn't have any other events I could really go to or work. So I just there helping out as a second set of hands. But yeah, it was super fun. But sorry, long story long. I think we've got that program, and now we're starting to like see the benefits of like really letting them grow and evolve under our scope before letting them do their own events. And so then after that, they get promoted up to our other brand, Pulse DJs, which is our budget brand essentially, for the higher tier.
Yeah, we do a very similar thing where we have a budget brand, but they assist for a long time. And then we start putting them out on those, non-wedding, non-very highly technical, highly like you have to perform kind of events, and then see how they do and see what they're willing to take on, where they're weak on, and where they can improve, and what their strengths are, and then we offer more opportunities along those lines. That makes sense, because we don't want to put somebody at the deep end and learn they can't swim.
Yeah, that's what happened with my with my first wedding. We were talking about a little bit, but I had come. I used to work for Full Compass Systems up in Madison, so we sold gear and all that stuff. So I had an idea of like the gear behind it. But my first wedding I ever did was a 300-person barn burner, like packed wedding up in Wisconsin Dells at Venable Hill, and like the dad came up. And he's like, hey, he's like, yeah, I put together this PowerPoint presentation. It's a little video I put of, like my daughter growing up. Can you put this on for after my speech? I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah, I can do that. And yeah, it went okay for everything that were, you can test things 99 times and then on the 100th time it won't work. And it was fine in the long run. And again, the dad was really, really nice about it. Very cool. He's like, yeah, he's like, I knew it was kind of last minute, so no worries. Then of course, like after he's like, yeah, he's like, can you just like have it on like a loop on a repeat without the music, just so people can watch it during dinner? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I didn't change a thing, and it started working perfectly. And it just like I wanted. It was like in the spotlight when it's supposed to be ready. Yeah. So we are trying to avoid that as well, of just like, here's the side where we can get you focusing on the events and just performing at them. And so once we start hearing like the good reviews that we have of the company on the budget side, and start bringing you up onto the luxe side, like that's where we can like really tell where we have couples that are writing, like I would give them 7 out of 5 stars if I could, because they were so nice. They did everything, they went above and beyond than we were expecting them to. So again, it's just find the right people who just have that customer service mindset. And whenever we like bring people on, I always tell them like, this is a customer service job first that you get to DJ at. Like that is the mentality that you need to have. I remember sorry, and stop me if I'm just like rambling off on stories.
I love it. I love it.
That.
Please.
Okay. I think it was my like 3rd or 4th wedding that I was assisting at, essentially just doing paid training and following and whatnot. We always go up to the bride and the groom after introductions and offer them to get them a drink from the bar. Like they've sat down, they're at the dinner table. Hey, you guys are already, like being taken care of right now. Can I go to the bar and get something for you two? Or are you guys doing okay on drinks? And doing that for like 7 years, like waiting tables and bartending, I would just get like, yeah, yeah. Oh God, you took forever for you to get here. Blah, blah, blah. Like, but then when I did that to the couple as like the DJ's assistant, and I went up to him and said, "Yeah, is there anything I can get for you, for drinks?" They're like, "You would do that for us?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." Like easy. And it was just like they were not expecting it whatsoever. And I just went and got them their signature cocktails and brought them back. And they were like, "Thank you so much. They're so nice." And I remember like waiting tables was like, I never got that. Are you kidding? Like God, took long enough. God, I've been waiting for this forever. God, my margarita doesn't have salt in them. I wanted sugar instead of salt, but I didn't tell you. Well, but this couple who has like literally they're just there's a lot going on for them for the day. If you just go up to them and say, "Hey, can I go get this thing for you and I'll bring it back?" They're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." They're so appreciative. And then like a light bulb went off in my head when that happened of like, okay, like
Yeah.
like this is the job.
Yes.
This is the job of being a private event DJ, of just serving the couple. Because I know you guys said on the podcast, it's all about it's the couple, it's the couple, it's the couple that you are serving the couple. It is all about them. You try to make them feel as comfortable and as appreciated and as celebrated as you can the entire time. But it's just the couple, the couple, the couple. That's what matters.
Yeah. If you lock in with that, you're going to have no problem. Like it's going to be a great day. We do like battery powered fans, and we just like, here, take this. Like, and they're doing photos. Oh my goodness. I've had people mention the fan in the review,
Dude, heck,
like
dude,
it's a stupid
I
little thing, that
there's
makes
one
them more
time where it was
comfortable.
Oh my gosh, I remember there was one wedding I did. It was like 98 degrees and like 70% humidity, just awful outside. They're all trying to do pictures and stuff like that. And literally they came back inside and they are just sweating. They are just
Mm.
like hot red. I just don't even ask. I go get them 2 glasses of water and just bring it to them.
Oh,
Like not even. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you. Like I am dying." I'm like, "Yeah, I saw that. Here you guys go. Like take a seat. You're all good. You're in the air conditioning. We're all set." Another thing I do, I don't remember like where I learned this from, but another thing I do is like if the couple plans on going and like saying hi to tables, like after they're done eating dinner, just to go say hi, I have a little thing of Tic Tacs that I like bring with me. And so when I go up to them, it's like, "Oh, like how'd you guys enjoy dinner? Oh my gosh, it was so good. Oh, great, awesome. You're gonna go say hi to the tables?" Like, "Yeah, I think we're doing that now." Like, "Okay, cool. Do you guys want some Tic Tacs just in case? Like there's garlic butter on this steak. Like, I just want to make sure that you feel like, oh my gosh, my breath that bad? Like, not at all. But like if you want some, go for it. Like, oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, that's awesome." And so yeah, just like little tiny things like that, or you can just be like, "Hey, like I'm taking care of you throughout the day. Like we're gonna throw a rager in about an hour, but like I'm making sure that I'm here for you guys and looking out for your best interests, even when you don't know that you could use something like this."
yes, yes. And it's just checking in, and also recognizing that, anticipating the need before they even have to ask, or before they recognize they have a need.
Yeah.
That's such a classic thing where that's what you look for in a great server, a great bartender, but obviously a great DJ. That's like a skill that people have or they don't have. They notice things, they're observant. Oh, I'll do this. Here's a way. Here's a creative way to do that. To get the couple on your team, to show them that I'm taking care of you, that's a huge thing. And honestly, it's honestly shows in the reviews and the experience the customers have with you guys.
I had a couple give me a review after we did a run through call of the day. Like
Wow.
that was wild to me, where they felt so like connected and like taken care of that they left me a 5-star review where like we just talked with him. He just went over the entire day, made us feel super comfortable and confident about the day and blah blah blah. We are so excited for him to DJ our wedding. And it was like two emotions because one of like, that's awesome. Like I've never like just from talking with me, they gave me a 5-star review. Like that was it. And then the second one was like, "Oh no, what if their wedding? What if the dance floor like what if I like what if I like drop the dance floor? Like, oh no, like I gotta be up to okay, like all right." So I remember like just practicing like more transitions and just like going a little bit more about because I'm like, they already gave me the 5-star review. Shoot, I don't want them to go back down to like, yeah, like DJing was okay. It wasn't where so that was that was the only thing. And again, I did their wedding. It was great. Like it was I think it was fantastic. But it was just um like people are gonna review you based off of like how they're feeling.
Mm.
And I think it's important too for DJs. Like if you're not asking for the review like the Monday after the wedding, like start doing that. Like start really implementing that, because you're gonna catch them while they're still feeling like something like over the weekend. So it's like Alan Berg said, like if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And so
Yeah.
no matter what, I always send out, some sort of just like memorable thing that happened. Like I can't believe we got grandma on the dance floor for chicken dance, blah blah blah. But just something to reach out to them to say like, hey, like I had a blast. I had so much fun doing this. I hope
Yeah.
you guys too. If you did, this really helps our business, and this really helps like my career, like as a DJ, and people knowing that they are going with the right selection, going with the right people when they hire our company.
Mm.
And it's yeah, it's funny because I think I'm going back to another question too that you asked about like a challenging process. I think it's I want to push our team. I believe in our team so much.
Mm.
But I have a lot of really good reviews, and so when people meet with me, they always want to book me first. And so I'm noticing that like I'm getting booked like a year and a half out, and I want to push our team because I believe in the other people that we have that are on our team, too. And so it's getting them involved with like the sales calls, like, hey, I want you to meet this guy. I think they're gonna be a great fit for you. I want you two to meet beforehand before booking. But it's getting the team out there. I think is also a little bit challenging when it's like I'm also in charge of the sales as well. So we're working on stuff like that though too, because it's always about just getting better and evolving.
Do you guys offer any kind of incentives if a DJ gets a review, even maybe not necessarily financial, or like a praise or a rewards, or like at our team meeting, we always highlight and read them off,
Yeah.
for our team, and then we that goes into like for every review they get their name entered, and it's a drawing for money, at one of our team meetings.
I like that a lot.
And then we also do like an internal nomination for like DJ of the month or assistant of the month. And it's basically they have to write why their peer deserves to win this month, and they win $100
yeah.
kind of thing. So
That's awesome. Yeah, we do have financial compensation for when people get not only requested, but also if they get a good review. So we do
when they
have
get
that.
requested to do a wedding. That's
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So always be thinking, okay.
Yeah. So basically, we're saying that, hey, like without you, we probably wouldn't have gotten this, and so we appreciate that you're that you're doing so well that you're getting requested for this. So here's some more financial compensation for that. So we have it spelled out in their contracts and whatnot, because I feel like it's like I like the idea though of like reviews that you get throwing all of it into like like some like drawing or whatever, and you can get it for extra cash, or a set of headphones or something else that we go through a lot of whatever. But I like that idea. But yeah, so we do offer financial compensation for if they get requested and when they get a good review.
That's awesome. I mean, that's the way you have to. I've always looked at it as if I get my DJs if I take care of my DJs, I get them to take care of my couples, and they get them focused on the outcomes. I want to make sure the couple's happy. So are you doing the things all along throughout the process so that the couple's just ecstatic at the end of the night? They just can't wait to review you. And we do the same thing. We've given them kind of a prompt, but we say, make it personal, make it your own, but this is how you should do it, and do a follow-up text or that kind of thing. Make it real easy for them to write your review, and they will.
Yeah, I like adding in like hyperlinks of like, hey, like please review us on Google, Wedding Wire, or the Knot, whatever's easiest for you.
Yes.
Just so literally just click and okay, now I can start typing. And it's removing those like roadblocks for the couple, for the client, to make it easier on them to praise you. Because if you say, oh yeah, like you just have to go find us on Wedding Wire or the Knot, but yeah, just making it easier for the couple of just like, hey, one click and you can start leaving us a review right now. So
Yeah. Do you have a favorite go-to song that's like, I call it, this song is too good for this crowd? Like, it's just, I love this song so much when I can play it. If it makes sense, I'll play it, but I don't play it every wedding. It's like, this for me, that song is, I've got two: Return of the Mac, and then the other one is Shake It by or Shake That by Eminem. Metro Station, that's a good one too. But yeah, Shake That by Eminem. Those are my songs. Like, I don't play them at weddings unless it fits like with what the couple wants. But even then, I'm like, this track's too good for this crowd. They don't appreciate it the way they should.
You don't play Shake That at wedding, dude?
No, not unless it fits. Like, I feel like it's gonna fit. I definitely don't play it every wedding. Maybe like once a season I'll play it. Now, obviously, if it's requested or the couple wants it, I will. But Yeah, I don't just work that in. But those are the songs I'm like, yes, if I see that on a couple's list, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. Do you have any tracks like that for yourself?
I do, but for Shake That, I always stem in that like boom bam
Yeah.
boom bam like you hear that like underneath like a different song, and you get people to start like, oh, this is coming up. Yeah, I also have like a really good like house remix that I like blend into that if it's like a more like house associated group. Um, yeah, I would say, oh my gosh, I'm looking. It's funny. I'm looking at my Serato right now of just like,
Yeah.
what do I have that I've like I enjoy playing because it's a good song in general. I mean, Pony by Genuine,
Yeah,
dude,
such a good.
that's my favorite way to drop from like 130s down to like the 70s. It's my favorite way to do it. Is using Pony because as soon as you hit that, the mood changes. Like the
Dude.
entire thing like kind of flips. Um, it's I'd say that one I really enjoy just because that bass is
Mm.
like everyone knows that's yeah. I would say that one or oh, Say My Name, Destiny's Child, Say My Name
Dude.
remix by Matthew Koss, I believe it is. It's a full-on like remix that he did, but it's in 120s. And so people are not expecting it to be like that like up tempo. But yeah, that one or even Jumpin'. I love jumping. Like ladies leave your man at home. The
Yeah.
club is full of balls. And yeah, oh my gosh, getting that in there was like old like 90s like stuff or not 90s but like 2000s. I think it was 90s 2000s.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm a DJ. I
Early.
should know this, but I don't.
Yeah. Don't need to.
um
Don't need to.
I would say those two if I had to think right off the bat. But of course, I'm a big pop punk emo kid. So like Yellow Card, Ocean
Yeah.
Avenue, Dear Maria,
Dude.
um
I
just
got
that
your
I got your
picture.
picture, girl, I'm coming with if yeah, hit. And like it's right around that, like I think it's like 90s or so, so you can still fit that in like under like a hip hop beat. It's yeah. That's when I like go and join the guests, and I'm headbanging around with
Yes.
them as well.
Yes. Pop punk power hour. I'll do just like hit them.
Yeah.
So fun. Sing alongs. Any song that you were like, man, I would delete this from my hard drive if I could. I don't like playing this song. Even requested. I hate playing that.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I I don't, and I think the reason why I don't is because I'm always so focused on like the crowd. Like if the crowd gets into it and they like it, I'm just like, I I I can't deny this. I
Yeah.
cannot deny the fact that these people are feeling this way to this song. I think the R. Kelly Ignition, like I'm like, ugh, like I don't want to give that dude any money if I don't have to. But it's a banger and I will not play it unless it's on a couple's must play. And even then I'm like, I still feel bad about it. But yeah. Again, I'm so focused. We're like, it's funny because I bring up like when I talk to couples about like do not play requests, I'm like, this is where like if you're sick of hearing chicken dance, you don't want that, put that on here because I want to know that. And then at a couple is
Yes.
like, actually, chicken dance is what brings grandma to the dance floor. Like grandma will only dance to the chicken dance. And she's 92. So I'm like, all right, we're throwing that. We're throwing that on. Absolutely. But I sold it as far as like, hey, guys, like folks, I hope you guys are having a good time like dancing. This next song is specifically for grandma. I can't remember what her last name was, but it's specifically for Grandma Johnson. This is the only song she's gonna come out to the dance floor with. So if you want to share a dance with the grandma, now is the time to do it. And we had
Mm.
like 50 people all come out, all do the chicken dance because grandma was just so excited to be on the dance floor doing it. So it's for me, it's totally up to the audience. It's
Yeah.
customer is right when according to taste, right?
That's right. Same. I
Yeah.
agree. For me, I would delete if I could. I'm not going to. But the Paradise by the Dashboard Light, Meatloaf. They're like it's like
Okay.
8 minutes,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
I
Time Warp.
Yeah. That's funny. I literally played Paradise the wedding before Midwest. But again, it was the groom or the bride's dad's like one of his all-time favorite songs. And we had a lull dance floor where just not like people are going to getting drinks, they're going outside smoking
Yeah.
cigars and whatever else. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Boom, Paradise. This will kill about 8.5 minutes. So I can run to the bathroom if I need to.
Yeah, if they want it, I'll do it. But that's not my go-to. I would never play that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, if requested. Awesome, man. Well, Spencer, if people want to have the kind of experience you're talking about and work with Luxe Productions and or want to join your team, what's the best way to reach out to you guys?
Sure. Kind of anywhere that we are at right now. So we have the website, luxeproductionsentertainment.com. Looking to hire us, we have a request for more info page. You can easily fill out. It'll go directly to us, and we'll schedule a DJ consultation for you. Like, feel free to email us at info@luxeproductions.com. Hit us up on Instagram. I believe it's at Lux Pro Entertainment. Is our Instagram for the entertainment side. Looking for bigger events is Lux Pro Events. You can hit, my personal Instagram is at Spencer Christoffel. Feel free to follow me there if you like pop punk and drums and other hockey stuff as well. Anywhere on those. Just if you have any questions too, if you want to chat with me about our DJ business and my my trajectory through this industry, just feel free to hit us up.
Awesome. Well, Spencer, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And definitely come back and see us. And I look forward to see you at Midwest DJs Live. Do you go to any other conferences or just Midwest?
We've done Marquee before, and we've gone to Mobile Expo. It used to be Mobile Beat, but the Mobile and Fold with Expo out in Las Vegas. We've done that one a few times. I know like the other ones, we're right in the middle of wedding season, and so it's kind of nice for Midwest to be like right beforehand and all that stuff starts. But no, I think we're gonna try to do a couple more this year. But if not, definitely a social hang and do a virtual beer or something like that.
That sounds great, man. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And we will see you guys at your wedding.
Cool, awesome.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.